What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Minecraft Mobile or Mobile Minecraft, doesn't really matter. Since nobody commented on the last video, not that I'm salty, my channel's still new. Today is going to be a really rambly day when I'm just going to talk about not really what's happening on screen, but mostly my thoughts on Marvel and the MCU right now. This episode, or this video is going to be a little more rambly than usual. Even my normal rambly videos won't even be able to compare. Those aren't even scripted. So, I guess I should get started. So, superheroes. Everybody loves them. They used to be the nerdy thing, but now they're really mainstream. And we have to thank for that pretty much the MCU, Marvel, and more specifically Robert Downey Jr. Because in 2008, or at least I think it was 2008, it might have been 2007, the movie Iron Man came out, and that was just a really, really successful movie. I really liked that movie, actually. I think it was a great movie, and it's one of my, top 3 favorite, well, actually, maybe my top 5 favorite Marvel movies. I think it's a great movie. Robert Downey Jr. does a great job. And that ended up kickstarting a whole bunch of other movies until we got to the first Avengers movie, which is, controversial opinion, one of my favorite Marvel movies overall. I think that might be the best one, except maybe Civil War. Civil War was really good. But Avengers Infinity War came around, and that's a great movie. I remember seeing it in theaters, and I was like, no way they actually kill everyone. The movie, there's no way there's no way that's how it's gonna end. Well, turns out I was incredibly wrong, because look where we are now. And so that was I don't know, it's been a long time since I've seen that. And then, a few years later, we got Endgame, the highest grossing film of all time. I mean, if I'm correct, which I think I am. But, anyway, Avengers Endgame is over, Tony Stark is dead, and Cap's gone. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. But, here we are. There's no more. And then we get WandaVision, and I saw WandaVision, and I liked WandaVision. For 4 episodes. Then we got Loki. Then we got this. Then we got that. Then we got Captain and the Winter Soldier. I mean, timeline doesn't really matter. Then we got all these movies. We got Multiverse of Madness. And the brightest spot so far would probably be No Way Home. Even that relies heavily on fan service. And even though I liked it, it still wasn't the best Spider-Man movie. But if you look at the newer Marvel content, like She-Hulk, oh my gosh, just side rant, I absolutely hate She-Hulk, not because I don't like the concept of She-Hulk, I don't really care, she's comics, I don't know, but they do my bro Hulk so dirty. My favorite superhero used to be the Hulk, an emphasis on used to be because he represents duality. The two sides of the same coin. You've got the mild-mannered, incredibly intelligent Banner, and the incredibly angry, but super strong Hulk. And that's kind of his thing, just sheer power at a cost. But now with, the fusion between Banner and Hulk, it just kind of ruins the whole thing. I feel like if they wanted to save the Hulk's character, which at this point I'm pretty sure they couldn't, they'd have to bring back the old angry Hulk. I know everybody loves, oh my gosh, Mark Ruffalo, whatever, or Mark Ruffalo if you're weird, blah, 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 blah. But I don't really care. Hulk is meant to be that character. He's a force of nature, less like just this guy. And just She-Hulk was just so not. It's not for me. I'm clearly not the target demographic. It's clearly for middle-aged women, upper middle class, actually maybe even above that. But I just don't think it's good for anyone. It's not really funny. It's weird. I like Aljamil. I think she's great. I mean, the only place I know her from was The Good Place. And as Tahani Aljamil, I think she's fantastic. She's hilarious in that. She's great. Honestly, I don't even know the real actress's name because I just watched that show so many times. I'm getting a little off topic. All I'm saying is that, like, Marvel's problem with power scaling is insane. It's like, oh my gosh, Scarlet Witch is a force of nature. She's terrifying. But also, she's maybe beaten by Doctor Strange. But Doctor Strange is beaten by Spider-Man? But Spider-Man is beaten by the Hulk? No, it couldn't be possible because Doctor Strange can beat the Hulk. But can the Hulk beat Spider-Man? I mean, the Spider-Man has math, so it's like, math is stronger than the Hulk, right? You know, that's the way it works, right? Nothing else? Okay. See how it's crazy? It's like, they don't know who's powerful. It's like, oh, Captain Marvel. She's this absolute, like, goddess. She has no limits. But also, she does have her limits? And, like, why didn't she come in the first Avengers film? Is that because she didn't exist and they just retconned that in? It's just so annoying. I just said it's just, like, a billion times, which I hate using those words, despite how often I seem to use it. But, honestly, like, just get your act together at Marvel. I don't think they can. At this point, I think they're too far gone. Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, and The Eternals. I didn't even bother to watch that. I don't think I can handle 2 hours of that garbage. And it's like, is it supposed to tie in? Sure. The first phases and second and third phases of the MCU, sure, they had their flaws. They had their stories that didn't go anywhere. Age of Ultron might be the worst ever. I don't know, the worst movie ever. But, like, I just, even the lowest lows are sometimes as good as the highest highs of these, like, Marvel Phase 4. Phase 5 and 6 are underway when they don't even know what to do now. I think it's like, Phase 4 has, like, twice the amount of content of all of them. It's crazy.